Imagine being the #1 pick in your sport, all the pressure that comes along with that prestigious title, no matter what the league really is, living up to the hype, and basically the league you're in telling you to your face, yeah, we really don't care. Look at the last 5 NBA #1 picks, and what exactly was the league's perceptions of their careers? 2019, Zion Williamson was drafted with expectations of being something similar to LeBron, and let's be honest, injuries and lack of physical commitment pretty much destroyed the hype of that very talented train. 2020, Anthony Edwards wasn't even the early media darling, as LaMelo Ball basically got the majority of the traction. Nevertheless, with Anthony Edwards making 3 straight playoff appearances now and even making the conference finals last year, stunning Denver when nobody saw it coming, the majority of people will consider him the new potential face of the NBA. 2021, Cade Cunningham is the #1 pick that really gets deserving sympathy. Even though to me, he's clearly proven his talent in this league, the dumpster fire situation he's been in has clearly held him back. Cade has been in the NBA now for 4 years, and he's had 3 head coaches. 2022 was Paolo Banchero, and 2023 is the generational talent that NBA teams were damn near planning their tank a year in advance for. Now, you notice how I breezed past Paolo Banchero without any real description? That's exactly how the NBA treats a #1 pick that's literally exceeded any expectations that one could possibly have. When Paolo was a rookie 2 years ago, he was the only #1 pick in 11 years to have 0 national televised games. It's like the NBA didn't even care to market him, show him anything. The funny part to me is, as a rookie, he was dominant enough to almost make an all-star team and damn near won the Rookie of the Year unanimously. Paolo didn't even get a national televised game until February 13th of this year, 484 days after he was drafted #1 overall. The other night, Paolo put together a 50-piece, and yes, granted it was against the Pacers, who's notoriously bad defensively, but when I dive a little bit deeper, I think it's proven that this specific #1 pick that actually lived up to being the #1 pick might arguably be the most disrespected #1 pick that I think I've ever seen.
It was important. It was a hard game, and I don't know why I'm crying right now. It was a hard game, and I'm proud of my team for sure.
I remember when Paolo did this last year, and the overall sentiment on social media was, why is this man crying over a win over the Pistons? But for me, in the new age basketball culture with a bunch of new spoiled kids that don't really seem like they care about the journey of being great basketball players anymore, I have to appreciate this man's passion. Last year, the Orlando Magic made the playoffs, and it was basically 2 teams that the world really didn't care to see. It's crazy because this actually ended up being one of the best series of the entire playoffs, but it did get all the memes of, this is definitely NBA TV material and I'll just catch the highlights. In Paolo's first playoff appearance, he averaged a very solid 27 points, and when the games were tied 2 games apiece and they needed him most, he averaged 34. Chet Holmgren is a player that, in that specific draft, we kinda acted like he was the real #1 pick. I think it's because he fits way more of what the new NBA gushes over and prefers currently. Chet is a 2-way stretch big that can put the ball on the floor, not quite as good as Paolo, but he can, and he can destroy your offensive game plan with his presence at the rim. That's become like the NBA's preferred prototype for a big. In Chet's technical rookie year last season, he basically got paired with the insane rookie campaign of Victor Wembanyama. They got paired together. They're being marketed as the new big rivalry, and I understand exactly why. But to me, it kind of put the nail in the coffin of the NBA ever caring about the real #1 pick in 2022, Paolo. And let me explain why. I just told you last season, Orlando made the playoffs and Paolo balled, right? Well, check this out. These are the national televised games for this season. Every single team that made the playoffs last year, every single one, they all have at least double-digit national televised games this year. Every single one except Orlando and Paolo. Now, I get that Orlando in general seems to be one of the more hard teams to market in the NBA, and it feels like the league has no interest in doing so. Paolo's first national televised game was this February, and that was the first time Orlando made TNT or ESPN since 2013. But bro, we're talking about a dude that showed the league for back-to-back seasons how good he is, and the league is consistently telling him, we really don't care. Now I get the deficiencies in his game, and I do believe that's part of the reason he's not talked about as much. It feels like as a superstar big now, you either have to be the focal point of your entire offense where everything runs through you, which to some extent does describe Paolo, or you have to be damn near equally productive on both sides where preferably you can also stretch the floor. Paolo has gotten comparisons to Julius Randle, a player that's never to me really had a true home, kind of because of his style of play. Paolo right now isn't great defensively, and with how bad Orlando's spacing has been, he hasn't been the best shooter as well. But let me ask a simple question. When exactly did results stop mattering? Like when? There's a young team in the NBA that's been praised for years for being the youngest good team in the league with unlimited potential, and that's the OKC Thunder. In the last 2 years, they've improved their win total by 33 wins, and what makes it so impressive is how young they are. But what if I told you there was a team doing something very similar, but instead of being led by a player that was drafted in 2018, they're being led by a 21-year-old. Since Orlando drafted Paolo, they've been plus 25 with wins. That's only second to OKC. Last year, OKC was the second youngest team in the NBA, and yes, that's what makes that rise so impressive. Well, Orlando was fourth. And to really show you how exactly abnormal what Paolo has done really is, these are the last 6 #1 picks, and these are their first year impacts on their teams. I love Wemby, but nothing really changed. Cade is a beast, but nothing really changed. Ant is like the new face of the NBA, but nothing really changed. Paolo is the only one that really has significant impact. Yes, I get he can tighten up his handle at times. Yes, I get he can be more active on the glass with his size. Yes, I get his defense can improve. But bro, he's 21 years old. He's undoubtedly the best player on his team, and if they're going anywhere, it goes all through him. Look at the last 2 #1 picks that the NBA actually cares about, Victor Wembanyama and Anthony Edwards, and look at how they feel about him.
Yesterday, Victor Wembanyama was praising you. He even said that he thinks you're underrated. Do you
Really?
Yeah.
What? I know. Look better there. Take a bit, bro.
Yeah, he's hard, man.
He ready.
He do what he want to do, though.
He ready.
Watch him better play.
I'm ready to play them. I just want to see him. He ready.
No, you ready.
How tall is he, though?
16. He ready too.
I get he's not flamboyant and flashy like Ant. I know he's not a freakishly crazy physical talent like Wemby. But bro, we have a 6'10" shot creator with a handle who's physical and to me is like a hybrid of Melo and LeBron. Maybe the NBA should care about him a little bit more. If you guys like this video, somebody in my comments yesterday said, bro, where's the Paolo talk? And somebody said that on Twitter. So here we are, one of my favorite players. Follow my social media sites, turn on post notifications, do that great stuff, guys. And until next time, as always, stay tuned.